You want to know if you can play games with me? That's what Brad growled, all worked up, knuckles popping right there in the middle of the hallway at Lincoln High like he owned the place, you know? You think your little quiet act's gonna fly here? He stared down at Emily like he expected her to shrink away. But the way she looked up real slow, with a cold gleam in her eye, man, you could feel the air shift. I'm not playing, Brad, she said, voice flat, calm as a lake in winter. I just hoped you wouldn't force me to show who I really am. And that right there was the moment everything started unraveling for him. 5 minutes later, he'd be flat on his back, and the whole school would be buzzing. You better buckle up, because this story's got more twists than a back road in Ohio. And trust me, you don't want to miss what happened next. It kicked off that Monday at Lincoln High in Maplewood, Ohio. Emily Harris, 16, new in town, stood at the front doors with her backpack slung over one shoulder, trying not to draw attention. Her family had just moved in from Detroit, fourth move in 3 years, thanks to her mom's job at the hospital. She looked average, tried to act average, but underneath, well, let's just say if anyone at that school had known what she was hiding, they'd have given her a wide berth. Because Emily, beneath the plain sweatshirt and quiet voice, was Michigan's junior MMA comp left hook that could break bone, ground moves that made grown men tap out. But here, nobody knew. Her mom begged her to keep it that way. Just be normal this time, Em. Please. So she kept her head down. She tried. Didn't take long for trouble to find her. At lunch, sitting by herself, she got the classic new girl treatment of big guy. Brad Thompson dropped into the seat across, 2 wingmen flanking him. I'm Brad. My school, my rules, he announced. Emily just kept eating, barely glancing up. Nice to meet you. Brad pressed. Where you from, Detroit? One of his buddies, Kyle, snickered. You think you're better than us, city girl? Emily shook her head. I don't think that, she said soft, but I think you do. Brad leaned in, real close-like he wanted to make her flinch. Here's the deal. New kids show respect. $5 a day for protection. Things happen to girls alone. Emily locked eyes with him. I need to think about it. Brad grinned. Tomorrow then. Oh, and don't go running to the teachers. My dad sponsors the football team. They love us here. Now, here's the thing, Emily could have ended it. One hit, and Brad would have been eating hospital jello for a week. But a promise to her mom stuck in her head. So she left, walked home, stewing. $5 a day? That's rent money by Christmas. She knew how bullies work. Given once, they'll bleed you dry. When she got home, her mom asked about her day. It was fine, Emily lied. But that night, she couldn't sleep, staring at the ceiling, replaying Brad's sneer in her mind. Tuesday morning, it got worse. Brad and his cronies caught her at the stairwell. Well, you gonna pay? No, Emily said, voice steady. Brad's smile vanished. Wrong answer. From there, it was open season. Her notes knocked to the ground. Her notebook stomped on, shoved into lockers, slammed into walls. By lunch, it boiled over. Brad dumped his tray in her lap. Oops, he sneered, the cafeteria howling, phones out, filming. Emily just sat there, soup soaking through, fists clenched under the table. Clean it up, Brad spat. She stood, soup dripping, and just looked at him, voice cold as ice. You just made a big mistake. She stormed out, scrubbing her jeans in the bathroom. But it was hopeless. Hands shaking not with fear, but with a rage so sharp it was almost cold. She pulled out her phone, called her old coach from Detroit. Master Johnson, it's Emily, she explained. He listened, quiet. Emily, your mom's right to want you safe. But secrets can get dangerous. If you let them push, they'll push forever. If you fight, do it smart. Not at school. Not with witnesses. Don't really hurt anyone. She listened. By the end of the day, her mind was made up. After classes, she waited in the library until most kids had left. Around 4, she found Brad out by the empty parking lot, his friends gone. We need to talk, she called. He spun, grinning. Soup girl, back for more? She walked up. About the cafeteria, Brad flexed, looming over her. Pay up or pay the price. He got right in her face, bragging about how he'd humiliate her. Posted online, Soup girl. Emily, calm as ever, made her offer. 1-on-1. If you win, I pay double. If I win, you leave me alone and apologize in front of everyone. Brad laughed. You want to fight me? No rules. Anything goes, she said. He stripped off his hoodie, muscles bulging. She just slipped out her jacket. He lunged. Fussed. Strong. But not fast enough. Emily stepped aside, deflected the punch, then drove her left hand into his solar plexus short, sharp, precise. Brad dropped to his knees, gasping, eyes wide in panic. You box? He croaked. Emily crouched beside him. Not boxing. Mixed martial arts. For years, 21 wins. Michigan state champ. I'm not even trying. Brad finally caught his breath, shame and awe on his face. You keep your word, Emily said. Or next time, I won't hold back. She turned to leave. And Brad? If you or your friends mess with anyone else, I'll know. Next morning, the whole school was buzzing. Brad, the king of Lincoln High, walked up to Emily and apologized in front of everyone. I was a jerk, he said, loud enough for all to hear. From that day, the bullies backed off not just from Emily, but from everyone. And a funny thing happened. Brad and his crew became her unofficial bodyguards, warning off anyone who tried the same old tricks. But life's never just that simple, right? A week later, Jessica, one of the popular girls, came to Emily. Some boys from West Side keep harassing us at the bus stop. The teachers can't do anything. Emily listened, eyes narrowing. 5 boys, bigger, older, waiting every day. After school, Emily said, I'll be there. That afternoon, she sat at the bus stop, pretending to read. Sure enough, the West Side boys rolled up loud, cocky, pushing the girls. Their leader, Travis, got in Jessica's face. Just having a little chat, he sneered. He reached to grab Jessica, but Emily stepped in, voice low and firm. Move. The bus will be here soon. Travis laughed, but when his friend tried to grab Emily, she spun, drove her elbow into his gut. The kid dropped, gasping. Travis stepped up, tried to act tough, but Emily's eyes didn't blink. He swung at her. She dodged, then put him on the ground in 3 seconds, flat a liver shot and a knee to the face. The others froze. Who's next? Emily asked, calm as ever. They dragged their buddies away, shaken. The girls were in awe. How'd you do that? Jessica asked. Long story, Emily shrugged. But word got out. By the next day, everyone knew the new girl from Detroit had taken down 5 West Side boys. Kids who'd never spoken to her before started stopping her in the halls, asking for self-defense tips. Emily got the wrestling coach to let her use the gym. Soon, she had a regular class, mostly girls, but a few boys too. Emily taught them more than how to punch. Best fight is the one you avoid, she'd say. But if you have to fight, strike first, strike hard, finish quick. The class grew fast, and even the teachers noticed. The principal, Mr. Anderson, called her in. Why do you keep your skills a secret? He asked. Emily shrugged. I thought it'd be easier. Turns out, hiding isn't living. He nodded. You've got guts, kid. Life started to settle. The bullies, even Brad, started helping younger students. But then, the past caught up. Travis Miller, the West Side leader, got arrested for assaulting a girl from another town. His powerful family hired lawyers accused Emily of provoking him back in October, tried to blame her for everything. Suddenly, Emily was at the center of a legal storm. The case went viral. Reporters camped outside her house. Her mom was scared, wanted to move. Emily refused. I didn't do anything wrong. At trial, Jessica and the other girls testified for Emily. She had only defended herself, used the minimum force, stopped when the danger was over. Emily spoke calmly, never flinching. The jury took 20 minutes, not guilty on all counts. The courtroom erupted. Emily hugged her mom, her classmates cheering. You taught us not to be afraid. The self-defense classes were made official at school, teachers and parents joining in. One night, a stranger approached her on the street. Emily tensed up, ready. I'm Dan White, he said. My daughter's one of the girls you helped. I just wanted to say thank you. She's changed. Emily just nodded. I'm doing what I believe is right. Dan said quietly, people like you make the world better. Years passed. Emily became student council president, built an honor court at Lincoln High focused on helping bullies change, not just punishing them. Conflicts dropped to almost zero. On graduation day, she spoke to the crowd, Problems find you whether you hide or not. The only real choice is to fight for what matters. When it ended, Brad came up, grinning. Thanks for not breaking my nose, he joked. More importantly, thanks for showing me there was another way. After high school, Emily studied psychology, ran self-defense programs for women at college, became a youth leader. She opened a center for young people, teaching them to find their strength. Her story spread, inspiring kids far and wide to stand up for themselves. And every year, she returned to Maplewood, visiting the gym at Lincoln High. Her picture hung on the wall. She taught us true strength is protecting others. Generations of students read her story, learning that anyone can be a hero if they just find the courage to take the first step. So let's talk about it. What do you think where's the line between self-defense and going too far? When does justice turn into revenge? Would you stand up or keep your head down? Share your take. Because sometimes what really matters is how a community decides what's right and who has the guts to fight for it.